What's up, guys? It's Crash, and I guess today is just another one of those videos that's the latest in the saga of Battlefield 2042. Haven't been playing the game. A lot of people haven't been playing the game, but there's just a few things I wanted to talk about. I don't exactly know where this video is going to go or how it's going to end up. I've tried to record it a few times, but there's some things out there that I want to talk about, and then some reactions that I would love to get from you guys. So we're going to take a look at a few things on EA forums. All this stuff was brought to my attention on the Battlefield Bulletin Twitter account. They do a really good job of keeping up on things, and this is stuff that they saw happening over in the official forums. So I pulled up a few things that I wanted to talk about, and yeah, some of this stuff, basically the overall feeling I get for this video is, can you guys think of another AAA game or space or anything where the communication is just so dysfunctional? And in that, I mean, we see stuff in here that's borderline passive aggressive. There's a lot of silence up until the last part of the window of release for different things with communication and the core feedback loop and things like that. And I guess the overall theme is, I can't think of another AAA developer or team that has these issues. You don't see it in a Call of Duty. Rainbow Six Siege, like, they come out with their blogs. They have a cheater blog every 6 months, or excuse me, every 6 weeks, where they talk about what they're doing for cheaters. The patch notes come out for the test server, and it just is what it is. Like, this is what we're working on. But they are so hard. It's so hard for the community managers to commit to what they're doing at DICE. I don't think things are going to get any better until the next installment of the franchise. Again, that's being talked about. I could see them seeing 2042 is essentially pretty dead, and then pulling everybody together to try to get another title out. We know that potentially there is no Call of Duty in 2023, so it would make sense for them to try to release the next Battlefield during that break from Call of Duty. But anyway, so what is actually going on with Battlefield? Like I said, I don't understand why they can't just tell us what's going on and what they're working on, unless they actually don't know what they're working on. And it sounds like they don't know what they're able to put in patches. It just seems overall dysfunctional from a AAA studio. Okay, let's get into it. So what they're saying is the follow-up for maps. So we know the core feedback, where you can put your feedback for the maps and stuff online, is scheduled to go live before the end of the week. So we're supposed to get a wrap up on what they're planning to do with the maps. The last we heard from that is in the first season, we're supposed to get a rework of Kaleidoscope. Again, too little too late in my opinion. The next update will be considerable and mostly bug fixes, potential rubber banding fix, and looking to change vehicle weapons and balance. So if we go over and look at it, we look at the actual post up here, is what I was talking about. They're talking about, someone asked them about why are they so silent. He said, also means development plans sometimes change. For example, I could share right now that change X is in the next update, but then later we end up moving X to another update, or maybe we're not doing X at all and now we're doing Y. Like, I don't understand why a AAA studio doesn't have a set roadmap of, we are targeting these fixes for this update. As always, things can change, but we're targeting these updates and these fixes for this one. This is for this one. It makes it feel like they don't have a plan, and maybe they don't. The follow-up for maps, again, right here, it says it's scheduled to go live before the end of the week. I'm sorry, they don't have a dark mode on the forums that I could find. I'm sorry for the blast of white pixels. Then they talk about, is there anything you can share about the patch that's coming up? And that should be the patch that's coming up next month, which is soon. He says, yes, I can share that with you. This is from the community manager, Stratford. The next will be considerable, and we're currently looking at a few hundred changes. It's mostly bug fixes, but we're also looking to make further changes. For example, vehicle balance and the current behavior of attachments for weapons. We'll provide more details on what exactly is in the update close to its release date with a full set of update notes. I know you'd like to know more now, so I want to clarify that I'm not trying to tease you by being vague. I'm simply still compiling the full list of changes because it's a lot. Again, I'm skeptical of these changes, guys. We have seen several times where things have said they've been patched, like you're supposed to be able to revive people next to walls. That's been in 2 patch notes, still not working. You still can't revive people if they're close to a wall. They said they fixed the revolver reload animation. It's still messed up, where if you push 6 bullets, 6 rounds in the gun. It still says 5. You have to reload it again to reload that other chamber. That said, it was fixed in the last update. It was not. So even though they're putting all these in there, and I could, you know, them trying to make it sound like it's a lot of changes, but if they're reworking the weapon attachments, each single attachment, does that count as a fix? I don't know. Anyway, if we're talking about mostly bug fixes, I don't think that's going to bring players back to the game, but it will help, and it definitely needs to be done. So then if we scroll up, the latest thing they talked about is what's next after that. Oh, I was going to say, in that update, we are also supposed to get VoIP for squads. That's supposed to be coming, and you're supposed to be able to look at the scoreboard at the end of the round, and then the attachment rework. So overall, it's a pretty good update if the things do actually get fixed. And then we can see in this post, they ask what the next update will be, and he said yes, it's going to be about specialists. So the next core feedback, I'm not sure when this will be, so we're gonna get their summary of what they learned from the map core feedback loop, and then the next one, whenever they decide to open that up, is for specialists. I'm not sure why we have to have a core feedback loop module for specialists. I think it's pretty easy to find out what people think of specialists. Again, why am I upset with how things are going and the dysfunction? This is why. You guys have seen the Steam charts. I know it's everywhere, and again, this isn't everybody, but I think it's a good trend indicator. And then honestly, for me, guys, the absolute more telling metric is if we look over at Battlefield 2042 Google Trends. This is YouTube volume search in the US, and you can see that search volume on YouTube has actually gone below where it was. That's actually a 0 for those of you playing at home. That is a 0. It has gone to almost nothing for people searching for Battlefield 2042 on YouTube. Honestly, below the point before they even announced the game. So that's pretty wild. It's not looking good out there. I don't think these fixes are enough, and again, it seems like they're going to try. We've learned last week that a lot of the team has moved on to the next game, the tech team, and there's a smaller team that's trying to get things together for 2042. And honestly, it really feels like, to me, we'll definitely keep an eye on it because it's interesting to me, but it definitely does feel like that they're going to try to do the bare minimum and, you know, kind of sweep this game under the rug. And then I could really see them shooting for another game release if Call of Duty in fact does not release in 2023. So yeah, anyway, guys, I just wanted to this is just all the stuff I've seen over the last couple days. I hope it kind of made sense. There's just not a lot of concrete stuff out there, but I wanted to try to piece it together for you, and most importantly, get your guys' opinions down in the comments below. For those of you still sticking with the channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and we'll see you later.